Only a short game guru can do that, Susie. Only a short game guru.
They call him a short game chef for a reason.
All right, AO, bunker time. A lot of evolving theories in the bunker. When you and I grew up, it was aim left, right? Ball position way forward, swing along your feet line, and hope that club face will ricochet the ball towards the hole.
It's a lot of hope there.
A lot of hope in that shot. And a lot of side spin and a lot of sort of deflection.
Yes.
Now, the modern bunker player is a lot more square.
Yes.
Why don't you walk us through some of the things that your bunker game has evolved?
Yes.
Since the time you were a junior golfer to now, and the things you know.
And I think the wedges have evolved. Okay. You know, obviously what Bob Vokey's done to the wedge over the last 30 years now has played a big role in that. Offset.
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Well, I think that when, back in the day when, this theory was taught to all of us, you and I grew up, we might have been the last generation to actually grow up as juniors with maybe your highest lofted wedge was a 56-degree wedge. Right. I know it was for me.
Correct.
So in that instance, when you were trying to play a bunker shot, you were open. You were, because that ball, and it didn't have a lot of offset. Look at all the offset in that wedge now.
Yep.
There's a ton of offset in that wedge that is going to help you, so where you don't need to set up open. The reason you needed to set up open back in the day, in my opinion, was the
lack of loft.
Lack of loft, number one. Number two, lack of offset. So if you had more loft and more offset, why would you need to set up open? You don't. So I think I think modern wedge design has also helped, and I think that's helped the players who aren't that great out of the sand, because there was more things going on in the bunker. You couldn't hit it like a normal shot, and you still don't. Right. But at the same time, there was still so much more that you had to understand about how to get out of a bunker versus now, in my opinion.
So walk us through your current setup.
So for a basic bunker shot like this right here, it's wide. It's a lot of width. Okay. It's a lot of stability in the sand. I'm sinking down. I'm squatting.
Further away from it, aren't you?
It's further away. Well, yeah. As you squat, you don't want the club to jam you here. So you've got to stay. As you squat, you've got to get further away from it because you're getting closer to the golf ball, right? So you've got to push yourself away from it. So as you're doing that, you're getting lower. The wedge is getting lower, obviously, in the ground, and I think what you're doing is activating more of the bounce in the bunker. So therefore, obviously, we want to do that because we need speed, we need bounce to create the splash of the sand to get the ball to come out of the bunker. Speed is a big thing, but if you don't, I think bunker shots are very formulaic if you understand the technique. Yep. If you have I tried to simplify everything in my game. I simplified to a certain extent. Unless I needed something fancy, I never did anything fancy. I wanted to keep it as simple as possible, play the highest percentage shot all the time for the most part, unless I had to do something crazy. So for me, it was always just a little bit forward of middle. Okay. Okay, with this width, slightly open. I'm pretty square right now. Actually, pretty square. Maybe slightly open. Legs are quiet. Okay. There's not a ton of movement. There's no movement back.
Feel like they're set in concrete or
100%. Block of ice, exactly. Okay. Block of concrete, block of ice, especially the feet. They're going to move. Obviously, they're obviously going to move. You still need rotation. You're not going to sit there and just go like this with your arms. You still got to move the body, but you're not going to move the legs like this in a bunker. You're just not. You're trying to hit the sand. You're trying to be very consistent with where you strike the sand. Because if you strike it back here one time, you strike it back here one time, you're going to leave one in the sand, you're going to put one over the green. So you're trying to be very consistent with where you strike the sand every time.
And so quiet legs helps you with that.
Quiet legs, quiet feet help you with that. Okay. You want to be very, very quiet. After that, arms are soft. There's no pressure. There's no pressure in this shot with the hands or the arms. Everything is really quiet and really soft.
Talk to me about grip pressure. On your pitch shot, you feel like it's a 5. Here, do you feel like it goes up because you're bracing for impact?
I want more speed.
So more speed.
I want more
speed. Tighter grip.
6-7.
Like still soft arms.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. So the grip might tighten up just a hair.
But your arms.
But my arms
are still soft.
Yeah, absolutely. So the grip might tighten up just a hair because I know I need speed to get this out. Well, the more speed you need for the most part, maybe the grip pressure's got to go up just a little bit.
So I like to say grip is tight, but I'm still very playful with my hands.
Yes, it's a 6 to 7 tops out of 10. It is no more than that.
You still want to be playful.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, so show us what it looks like here. Standard bunker shot. So pure. So not afraid of hitting the sand.
No.
Yeah, like
it's a must.
You're trying to build some steepness, trying to hit down. I always like to say, we're trying to create some steepness, but you also got to create an exit strategy. Your exit strategy is that release.
Yes.
Open face, the bounce.
Yes.
But also coming out.
I call it, well, it's probably a bad terminology for me, but it works for me. I call it throwing the bounce or dumping the bounce.
Okay.
I'm trying to dump the bounce.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm right at the ball. You know, it's different than hitting the pitch shot. Obviously, the pitch shot's very static, if you will. It's very almost like a bigger putting stroke to a certain extent. You got a little bit of hands in it, but not hardly at all. This is a lot of hands or more hands. If I try to hit, there's one guy who's a brilliant bunker player, obviously on the PGA Tour, Jason Day, who really stays wide and doesn't use a lot of hands in the bunker.
Yep.
And I've tried his technique.
It's tricky.
It's tricky. It's brilliant for him, but it's tricky.
I've looked at Stricker's numbers out of the bunker, and it's not, his bunker numbers are not that great compared to his pitch shot and chipping numbers. His chipping numbers are like off the moon good, but his bunker numbers, 140, 150.
Two different techniques.
In proximity.
Two different techniques.
Yeah.
So I think
you want to create more hinge, you want to create more release.
Yes, you want to create more hinge, you want to create more release. And for me, you know, I think that, again, much like a pitch shot, it's the same thing. If I want to throw it farther or shorter, it's just a matter of ball position.
Got it.
It's a matter of ball position. So, or I might tweak the club face just a little bit. I might square it just a little bit, tiny bit more to throw it a little bit longer. Or, you know, depending on how long the bunker shot is, I might go to a 54 or 56 degree wedge in my bag.
For sure.
So, but the technique doesn't change.
All right, I'm gonna throw something at you here.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So now, this ball is now sitting down.
I'm retired, man.
Bad lie.
Yeah.
What give me one or two things that change for you from going from a very nice lie, now you come up and your ball's in a rake mark or it's sitting down. Now the shot becomes different. You're not using the same technique.
No, lie dictates everything. So obviously standard bunker shot, you can use the same technique and just move your ball position around based on, you know, if it's a nice flat lie. Yeah. Obviously you're going to do different stuff on an uphill slope and a downhill slope. But now that you've given me a semi-plugged, you know, a semi-fried egg, now I can't have that same shallow shot because I'm going to bounce into the ball and I'm going to blade it over the green, or I'm going to get probably too far behind the ball and I could dump it right in front into the bank here. So I think for me, this one I get more on my left side.
To create more steepness.
Create more steepness, because now, and I need more speed. So now I'm getting steeper and I'm getting more speed, and I'm just going to throw it right into the sand, right into the back of the ball in the sand.
How about your follow through? Almost minimal, right?
It's minimal. It depends on how plugged it is and how far I have to hit it.
So this one I'll
follow through just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit. But sometimes, I mean, you've seen it on the tour where guys will just go and stick it in there and the club won't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Ball comes out beautiful though.
Yep.
So steep.
More weight forward.
More weight forward. I got like 70-30 on this shot. Ball's farther up. I'm not as wide. See how I'm not as open with my face? I don't want the face as open for this shot.
Okay.
Okay. So I want to get that leading edge into the sand a little bit more.
Okay.
I've got to get a little more tricky with this and get a little, maybe tiny bit closer to the ball. Not real close, but a tiny bit closer.
So you can see the follow through way shorter, anticipating that ball to roll out.
Yeah.
You're just trying to land this thing a yard on the green, let it run to the hole.
Yep, and I probably could have played that. I probably could have hit that a little. I could have taken a little bit bigger swing. Some heavy sand out here.
Yeah, that was a gorgeous shot. So two different techniques depending on the lies.
Yes.
I think great to have your standard bunker shot, but then also things change quite a bit technique-wise once you get in a bad lie.
Yes.
So neat to hear that stuff. That's really cool.
Again, much like the pitch shot, and we've talked about it, this doesn't stop. This has still got to keep going.
Yep.
You know, you don't, I mean, every once in a while you can go ahead, I guess you can just go boom like that when you have to.
Yep.
But again, you've got to get your weight to a certain extent going forward, going towards the target.
No great bunker players playing off their back foot going that way.
You've got to get your weight going towards the target.
Yep. Cool, man. Love it.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks, brother.
Appreciate it.
Yep.